So Shaggy is doing some Halloween stuff this evening. I think he's seeing a Mystery Science Theater version of Night of the Living Dead or something or other. So it is just me tonight, so that's why I decided to do a little stream. So we're playing Blood Sapphire Control and see how that works out for us. This is one of the 3 decks that I wrote about today in my article. Welcome to the chat, guys. Riff tracks. What's riff tracks? I'm not familiar with that. All right. So like I said, we're playing Blood Sapphire Control, and again, it's one of the 3 decks that I wrote about today in my article on Hex TCG Pro. Basically what I feel right now is that there's 3 tier 1 decks, and this is one of the 3. Ah, okay. Yes, that's I guess that's what they're doing. I actually have no idea. But it was a Mystery Science Theater Night of the Living Dead thing, and that's where Shaggy went with a few of the other guys, but I could not get a ticket for it. So alright, so it looks like our opponent is playing some sort of Diamond Sapphire deck, unless he just didn't change his champion. I think this is the default champion, so it's entirely possible he just didn't change it. But played air superiority on us and nothing else in play. So with our current hand, I'm not too upset by what's going on here. Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year. You can dress up to be whoever you want for one day, which is pretty sweet. So our opponent played a 3/3 on us. Of course, it's a 2/2 that just happens to get +1/+1. So he's down to 4 cards already. I don't. Nah, he didn't mulligan. He just not playing anything really. Air superiorities. I don't think a card's really that good, but we'll see. So there's our second blood for the extinction, but I'm not going to play it just yet. If I play Oracle Song, we're going to have to discard. And I don't really want to discard any of these cards. So I think I'm just going to pass and kind of waste these resources, and then next turn we'll see what to do. Like, I can take a few hits from the old Phoenix Guard Scout. It's not going to be that big of a deal. So actually, we could Oracle Song and then discard a resource. It's Oracle Song. I don't know if this is right or not, but hey, what's going on, Larry? Alright, so that's fine. We can just discard one of these resources. Alright. So if you are playing Control in Hex right now, you know, you're of course playing a blood-based control deck, and I think Sapphire is probably the best color to go with it. Diamond might be, but Diamond is kind of lacking a win condition, so you're essentially just gaining life with Eternal Youth and drawing cards with Pact of Pain and trying to win with something like Malice Demon, which isn't really that much of a win condition in my opinion. Malice Demon's very vulnerable, whereas this deck plays Storm Colossus, which is a little less vulnerable. So hopefully here, what I'd like for him to see is to commit more to the board. If he can play like another troop out and go down to 3 cards in hand, then I wouldn't feel so bad about playing Extinction to 2-for-1 him. But like, I don't mind taking 3 from Phoenix Guard Scout for a while, especially with my charge power. Because after next turn, I'm gonna be back up to 19. Sean, if you need the bot, dweber88, I think is this username on Twitch. He's the one that put it in for us. So yeah, but if you guys do want to use the bot though, if you don't know what something does or whatever, just type !card space and then the card name, or even half of the card name, and it'll tell you what the card does. It's a pretty sweet bot. So we have thanked him extensively, and he's been a great supporter of our website and of our team overall. There you go. Alright, so we drew Murder, so now we actually don't have to Extinction. Blood Shard, Charge Power, back up to 19. And let's see, what else do we have here? With just Charge Power? Yeah, so hopefully he uses his Charge Power on his guy, and we can just murder it. So we're just going to pass. This atrophy is kind of awkward against his air superiority, but it is what it is. A Flock of Flame. I have no idea if that's who's playing or not on my Spotify. Is the music a good volume for you guys? Master Fet, I don't know if he put champion support in or not yet. He said he was going to. I just don't know if he did or not yet though. You don't hear the music? No. That's awkward. Oh, okay. Sounds fine. Great. Hey, what's up, Neo? Okay, so it doesn't look like he has champion support in yet. Was this guy 4-3, do nothing? Alright. So he has to bounce his Flock. Whatever. The card doesn't seem like it really does anything. So he has a Flock and 3 other cards in his hand. The Flock is basically worthless. So we're just going to keep playing resources. And I think I could probably Dingler his guy. Yeah. Really nice to draw like a laboratory or something. Yeah, the music isn't too loud. Like I just didn't want to make it be, you know, overwhelming. So again, thanks for watching, guys. This is in place of our procast this evening. We might try to do a procast, you know, this weekend, maybe Sunday. Like I said, Shaggy is occupied this evening. Whatever. I'll take 4. I think 15. 4 cards in hand. We'll Dingler it. So Life Siphon is one of the cards that I feel like is one of the best cards in the game right now. Like I don't think Blood is that good of a color, but they have Extinction and Life Siphon, which are basically 2 of the best cards in the game right now. Alright, it's a bunch of Flock of Seagulls, also known as nothing. So he's got 2 cards left. Like I can't imagine him winning this game at this point. Murder. So we need to draw a Storm Colossus to actually put the game out of reach. Because what we could do is, if we draw Colossus, we can Extinction and then cast the Colossus on the following turn. But I'm obviously not going to Extinction right now against his walls. I think that song's actually on this playlist, like some remix of it, so that'd be kind of funny if it came on next. Neo, yes. I will fix that. I've been extremely busy this week with work, and I I actually haven't had a chance to do much of anything. But yeah, Sean mentioned it to me. He actually edited the article, so I'll go back over it. All right, so if I draw one more resource, I could probably life siphon them out. So yeah, I'm just gonna pass. See, that's why this card's dumb. Like, I haven't done anything this game except play a murder, a dingler, and lands. And I'm gonna win off of 2 life siphons for like 100, and it's a little unfair, I think. So I'm just going to take this damage. There's really no point in murdering. So he clearly just picked the wrong champion. Alright, so Thunderbird. So now he's still at 2 cards. We're just going to Extinction. Hopefully draw Storm Colossus here. Or land. Yeah, he's default. Just gone Extinction. Throwing another murder there wasn't the worst, but they really don't do anything at this point. Yeah, I mean, I still think Life Siphon would get used just as much if it had the nerf of having 1x as the cost. Like, this card existed in Magic, but it just keyed off of your black mana, basically. So I think if this card cost X, but you could only use your like blood thresholds to cast it, it would be a lot more fair. The fact that you can use all of your resources, no matter the color, to cast it, is pretty good. But I think Life Siphon is definitely in the top 5 cards in the entire game, you know, right now. Once there's counter magic, it kind of loses a little bit of its luster, but it's still going to be extremely powerful. Yeah, like Terrible Transfer for Champions, basically. You know, worded slightly differently, but there's a lab. So I don't want to Life Siphon yet. I'm just going to play a lab. I'm actually going to use the lab this turn to discard probably a murder or something. There we go. So I'm actually going to discard the Atrophy. Nah, it draws a card. I'm going to discard the Murder. Play a land. So he should be dead in 2 turns. I'll Life Siphon this, or sorry, next turn, and then Life Siphon again. Probably just play Atrophy on whatever he plays just to draw a card. Charles looked on your decks and it didn't seem like it was that good. Charles is a hater. So, I don't know if you guys saw my article today. It's on the website. I talked about the different tiers of alpha decks right now. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. And I feel like right now there's only 3 Tier 1 decks. Well, 3.5, I guess. Like, Blood X Control is like 1.5 decks, because you can basically put in any shards you want. But, yeah, like, there's 3 Tier 1 decks, and then there's like 8 Tier 2 decks. But once the game comes, like the full set comes out, I think the Tier 1 deck list, the Tier 1 list can expand a little bit. So he's dead next turn. There's a 4th. What do you feel like is the 4th Tier 1 deck? Ice Pick, I don't know if it'll change quite a bit, but I do think it'll change. Like, I think that the 3 decks that are top decks right now will stay the top decks, and then there'll be maybe 1 or 2 other decks that sneak in. Like, I don't think things will change that much. Like, some of the best cards to not get put in game yet are like the Green Dragon, which will just make the ramp deck better. You know, the Black Dragon, which might make this deck better. You know, a few other cards here and there. A Buccaneer will probably make the tempo deck better. But man, you know. Blood Sapphire Booby Trap Mill. I mean, yeah, I mean that's basically just black-blue control, just a different form of it. Like, Sapphire Blood Control can go several different paths. So I mean, I don't know if you could just make you know, make the sabotage version just in